me ask you this question. What do you define luck as, right? What do you define a winner as? Now, your answer to this will probably be someone that is successful, someone that is healthy, someone that has a high degree of materialistic items, somebody that's just from the surface level, just balling. Ironically, this is how the vast majority of society thinks. I got money, I'm good. I drive a fast car, nice car, I'm good. I got a girlfriend, I'm good. Not once did we speak about the core values. See, when it comes to you being somebody, and when it comes to you materializing, the version of you that is conceiving anything outside of you has to die first. It has to go. And I'm not here to tell you no metaphorical, no bullshit about, no, we're not here to talk about any of these nuanced terms. You need to become this, you need to boom, boom, boom. I'm not here to tell you all of that, bro. I'm here to give you it cut and dry. Listen, for the individuals that are coming to watch this, that are new, if this resonates with you, you can subscribe. I got socials down below. Let's jump straight into it. When it comes to you being who you want to be, you have to realize that your vibration has to be on a certain frequency. Now, individuals that know exactly what I mean by what I'm saying understand that in order for you to be, right, on a high vibration, in order for you to be on a high frequency, in order for you to be, right, attracting the things that you want to attract, you must now realize that it is all you. Right? Now, there is nothing outside of you, right, stopping you. There's nothing outside of you there's nothing outside of you putting chains on you other than you. Right? When we talk about our lower vibration, when we talk about our lower self, when we talk about our lower thoughts, right? Those thoughts that come, right? That you're like, wow, right? These thoughts that come that you act on, right? That you regret, right? Even the great ones, even the innovative ones, even the creative ones, right? That a lot of us may just not know how to act on, right? I need you to know that through finding a creative outlet, right? Through seeking self, right? And what I mean by seeking self is seeking knowledge, right? Seeking truth, right? Taking off the masks of things, right? And what I mean by taking off the mask is when you see something, take it for face value, but always look deeper than that, right? It's kind of like if I'm looking at a picture, right? Not knowing that there's actually something incredible behind that picture that I'm looking at, but I'm just looking at the picture and taking it face value, right? Whether this is a conversation with somebody, right? Whether if this is you starting a business, whether if it's you getting in the gym, right? Take things surface level until they become something that can quantify you, right? And what I mean by that is for instance, everybody has habits. Everybody is disciplined. Whether they want to believe it or not, whether they're aware of it or not, everybody is doing something every day. A cracked addict is disciplined because a cracked addict is finding a way to get their high on a consistent basis. No matter what they have to do to get it, they're going to make sure that they get it done, right? Same thing goes for a young entrepreneur trying to get his business from off the ground, right? Same thing goes for someone trying to pay the rent. Right? Same thing goes for somebody trying to start a music career. Every last one of you guys are disciplined, but are you disciplined in the facet that will help you excel? Right? There's a reason why somebody over on my left-hand side, right, can be extremely good at business because they've been through the ins and outs of loss, trial and tribulation, adversity, character development, etc. So when it comes to a business, they're knowing that this business is a reflection of them, right? So when they show up early to calls, that means that they can get more done than showing up 5 minutes late, showing up 10 minutes late, showing up when they feel like it, right? When it comes to an individual who wants to write music, right? Doing it when I feel like it, right? Not being consistent, right? Falling off, right? Not focusing on what I need to focus on and shifting my focus and being a drifter, right? Everybody is doing something, right, on a consistent basis that's getting them a consistent result, right? Someone eating junk food is getting a consistent result of bad health, bad hygiene, overall toxicity to the body, right? Same thing goes for somebody eating healthy. If I'm eating healthy every day, that means I'm getting good health. That means I'm bettering my internal health. That means I'm able to think better. That means I'm able to make more money because my intellectual property is now gaining more value because I have more ideas that I can fire off at a rapid capacity. But I can't do that when I'm disciplined in an area that's not allowing me to go in this field, right? So when you look at it from these perspectives, you start to realize that, okay, I'm not the problem. It's my actionable thoughts that are the problem. Because typically speaking, bro, we act on our thoughts. A lot of people will tell you that they don't think, but that's bullshit because we know that the brain is a literal supercomputer. So in order for you to move your ligaments, tendons, and like your entire nervous system has to operate by your brain. So you have to realize that everything that you do is a reflection of who you are right now. And everything that you will do later on will be a reflection of who you want to be, right? Now, the individuals that are listening to this, right, that can resonate with this, they know exactly the frequency they are on, right? And once again, there is no such thing as being a good person. There is no such thing as being a bad person, right? Now, having morals, having standards, being righteous, right? Being a degenerate, right? Being low vibrational, right? Doing things that are doing a disservice to yourself and society is very true. But the distinction between good and bad, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? All these different things is just a choice, right? You can choose, right, to live in the light. You can choose to be the light. You can choose to spark greatness into young minds, into, you know what I'm saying, young, just everything. It doesn't even have to be people. It could just be ideas. It could be different things that you want to do. Like, you have to believe in yourself first and foremost, right? In order for you to accomplish anything to a high capacity, you got to believe in yourself, bro. And you have to believe in yourself to the point where you're allowing everything to come to you, right? You're opening the doors, right, to blessings, right? It's kind of like if I'm at a zoo, right, and it's lions in the gate, and all I got to do is just unlock the gate for them to come out. Use that same circumstance and turn it into something that can be great, right? Look at those lions as the business offer. Look at those lions as the new apartment, right? Look at those lions as the new car, right? Look at those lions as the new partner, right? Or for lack of better words, reflection, right? Because everything is a reflection of you and where you are currently vibrational wise. You feel me? And frequency wise. So you have to be open first and foremost to being blessed, right? And then the consistent effort and action behind these things is what will consistently see the most change and the most improvement, right? Because once again, I was talking to my brother yesterday, and a lot of times, a lot of people can be false prophets because they'll speak great, they'll talk great, they'll have a nice vernacular, you know what I'm saying? They'll say a lot of great things, a lot of, prolific things, but their actions don't, make up what they're doing. So this is what I'm saying when I talk about discipline. If you're going to be disciplined, that doesn't mean that you got to be perfect, but that means that you have to be aligned, right? In order for something to materialize and manifest, it has to be aligned. Your frequency has to be aligned, right? So if Monday you're disciplined, but Saturday night you're drunk, that's not you being in alignment, right? If Tuesday to Friday you're focused, but Saturday, Sunday, you didn't get anything done, that's not alignment, right? Now, what I'm not saying is you can't take breaks. You can't focus on your mental health. You can't do that. That's not what I'm saying. But when it comes to you being disciplined it requires consistent effort, right? And it doesn't require consistent effort from a job standpoint, 40 hours a week. Sometimes it requires you to go 50, 60 hours a week. Sometimes it may require 10 hours a week. Sometimes it may require an hour a day, right? It just depends on what are you trying to get out of what you're doing, right? And this is what I was talking about in my last video about intention. What are you looking from what you are doing? What are you literally perceiving from what you're doing? Like, what is it doing for you? How does it make you feel? Like, all of these different things are important because this is what will manifest greatness. This is what will materialize your blessings faster, right? Rather than you being up in the air, rather you not knowing, you not being certain, right? Because that's what life is going to reflect. It's going to reflect the uncertainty, right? I mean, uncertainty in the job, uncertainty in a relationship, right? Uncertainty in an environment, uncertainty in what you're wearing, who you are, how you're feeling, all these different things. But when you go within and you do that inner work and you take the time for yourself, right? Maybe getting off social media, maybe, getting away from friends for a while, focusing and pouring in on you, you can now come back to a similar situation and you can make it better, right? You can step into those new doors that you weren't allowed to be in because you weren't ready at the time, right? So last but not least, be open. Be open. And what I mean by open is be open-minded, right? Be open to blessings, be open to opportunities, be open to, critiquement and judgment. Be open to all these things because these things are making you better, right? Like whether that's from friends, whether that's from a counselor, whether that's from parents, right? Even when people are talking and you don't resonate with what they are saying, still listen to them because there are small fragments and small elements that can better serve you, right? Once again, we are not judged based off what we are thinking. We are judged based off what we are doing. We are judged based off our decisions. Our decisions carve the cement into the ground. Our decisions carve the earth. Our decisions build future generations. Our decisions are what bridge the gap between where we are right now and who we are later. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Stay woke, stay blessed. Continue to keep prospering, continue to keep elevating. And last but not least, continue to stay on your shit. I'm out. Love y'all.